Um, so, we have in the north Mr. Neza, Mr. Autopilot, Tony Chopper, Mr. Dioric, Arboreal Squid, Tony Chopper, I think he's sub. I might be mistaken on that. On the other side, we have Emre in the water, 8D, Raiko, Jazz Cash, and in the club, the might of the AFF is going to rain down on the blue team. Ooh. 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 Looks like UwU is being very aggressive, right? Trying out something new maybe in here. Really aggressive in the front. We don't see that reflected on the other side. All of the AFF guys are pretty much at the most backward position they can be. While the other team is actually communism right now. Yep, communism lab coming up, so there will be a lot of pressure going into Raiko. It starts. It looks like if they're going straight at him, following this line. Also notable.
Alright, I'm back too.
Hey, Nabu. Also notable that Mr. Direk is going into the naval, but only is using it to build some E at the moment, and Emre on the other side is doing the same. So no naval labs yet. We're probably gonna see advancement into tier 3 and maybe some marauders or other amphibious naval units going into the sides. This map is known for that to be happening. You can see it pretty much on every side, on their backline and on their flanks. Units can just pop out of the water and invade their territory. This is Gecko Island.
Oh yeah, see, Neza is in this game.
Yep. He is one of the Canadian proud bearers of the Nation War Championship title. World Championship Canada.
Now, Arboreal Squid is one of our Fight Night
Really?
regulars. Yeah.
Whoa. With the 45
really
OS, that's
good.
probably a quite strong contestant.
Yeah, he and Vetter are kind of rivals.
Vetter? Who is that?
Yeah, Dark Lord Vetter. He's like
Yeah, I think I've seen that name before. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he's getting up to like 50 OS in
50. Holy shit.
Maybe 40. He's high 40s in OS. He's really good.
Yeah, if you have that number in front of you, you usually are pretty damn good. Yeah. We see Neza going out with a few ticks to the other side. Autopilot and Tony Chopper using that aggression from the communism lab they made in the center. And rearing down on Raikon right now. Also on 8D, the Violet player in this game.
Now, Autopilot is a very strong player. Team UwU is great.
Yeah, it is. It is. It was surprising though to see them lose the last. I thought they were gonna take home the win, but they took actually quite a beating and went home with the 2-0 defeat.
Against who?
About the games that we were watching earlier. I don't know by heart, but let's just keep our attention on this one for now because there's quite a lot of happening already in the center there. Also on the other side, the west side of the map. In the club, kind of have an issue here.
Yeah.
Nah, he's coming out with his own tugs, so it should be good. His own pawns.
Yeah. Although, depending on where he sends them, I don't think he can really get... He can maybe snipe this metal extractor. But that's pretty much it. Or with a really lucky tick, he could come in. Actually, this is his best case scenario. And he obviously doesn't have the vision to see this, but what I would... If he was able to see it, if you snake all of these 4 ticks here, you're bound to get like 1 or 2 into the back line and snipe those.
Yeah, he's actually using them to advance and to attack Arboreal Squid right now. I mean,
Yeah.
Jaskash, he's pushing him back
Squid
from
is
off that mountain.
in Squid in somewhat of a 2v1, although not really because Into Club doesn't have any production of his own.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Into Club, if I'm not mistaken, is one of the organizers or supporter of the tournament.
Organizer, yeah. He and LSR
Yeah.
are the organizers of the Omega tournament, and the sponsor is OP Man.
OP Man is sponsoring it?
That was the
As in,
case last season. I'm assuming it's the same this season, yes?
does that mean he's like funding the prize?
Not 100% sure on that, man.
Oh, I guess sponsors and like just making it an official tournament.
No. He's actually contributing also money, but I don't know if it's the
Oh,
complete
okay.
1500 or if it's a portion of that, or I am not
Yeah.
exactly. I don't know exactly that information.
That's awesome though. OP Man is a really
OP,
cool guy.
OP man is OP.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
hoping soon I'll be able to do another 64 lobby with him. It would be pretty cool. 64
Yeah, that
player
was
mayhem,
something we
man.
were
That's
talking about casting, right?
yeah, indeed. That's something I would really be looking forward to. I would also combine it probably with that contest I mentioned, the emote contest. But yeah, I'm not gonna say too much about that yet. I'm gonna keep that under wraps until I actually am on the over there, you know.
Can I just say the new Pounder model looks so good. It's such a subtle update, but it looks so good. And they are Pounders are so common now, and I feel like they used to be so rare like a few months ago, and now it seems like they're really getting their
Yeah,
due
I'm
in
looking
terms of
for them
appreciation.
where you see those pounders, but I'm not seeing them.
Pink has Pounders.
Ah,
Are we gonna we're in
ah, yeah, here they
challenges?
are.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
what
Pink has
what's
Pounders,
exactly
but
changed
also
then? Did they change the skin of them or the look of them? What?
it's hard to say exactly. There's just something about them. They kind of look almost like shinier.
Hmm.
They just look better. I think maybe their textures got an update and they had slight model updates, but it looks really good. And oh my gosh, they just absolutely decimated Autopilot's little pawn army. Pounders are really good, especially I guess this is a map that I see Pounders a lot more on.
Hmm. Still pretty much even territorial wise. I'm kind of waiting for these boys to reach tier 2 or maybe even tier 3, and then we're gonna see a lot of penetrations in the water lane. I'm hoping on that.
Yeah.
Maybe even a flagship just casually strolling by every base over there and nuking it down. Maybe. Who knows? Who knows?
A huge tick pull in the middle, but I think it's going to be cleaned up.
Yeah, he's going for it. IDC is going for it.
These ticks are in a great spot.
Mm-hmm.
Again, ticks so hard to catch. I don't know how well.
That is bye-bye, Geo. No, we managed to save it.
I don't know what their best.
Oh, if he
Kind
now
of underwhelming, honestly. I thought these ticks would have gotten more value.
Yeah, I think he's currently just using them for really scouting. You can see him just actually avoiding those 3 turrets that is being used to build that Geo and just going straight for the backline. I think he's more interested at the moment in just knowing where everybody is and where they're building. I think IDC is planning something. Also that middle there, Raiko, with a lot of units next to Jazzcash, looking quite strong, opposing Arboreal Squid.
Arboreal Squid, though, holding this whole game, now in a 1 versus 3.
Pretty much, yeah. Jazzcash in the club, and Orange in front of him. Raiko as well.
What is Mr. Dirac doing? Is he's out of the game?
Yeah, I think he's
been
been
out of the game completely.
Yeah.
What happened there? I guess I missed it. Wow.
Yeah, indeed. I don't see him even moving. I switched to his viewpoint and nope. He is sharing units. No, he's zooming in a little bit. He's still in the game, though.
Oh, now he's controlling some.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah, he has a factory here.
They might be doing something the same like we did earlier. We saw earlier in the games on Forge. I think Zar was it, for at least 10 or 15 minutes. He had nothing but
Yeah.
8 or 9 rocket bots. That's all he had. He was macroing them. And actually, that tactic was being mirrored on the other side with, I think it was Florio or. Well, one of the other
Wow.
pro guys who actually did the exact same team gave everything that he had to his teammates and just focused on macroing like 10 or maybe maximum 15 units in the front.
Wow. Yeah. A huge in the west lane. Arboreal Squid has a run by. But you know what? I actually think that was a huge donation from Squid.
And that's
Squid
quite a bit of metal,
basically,
yeah? Mm-hmm.
yes, quite a bit of metal. I don't think he really got any damage that he was hoping for. He mostly just took out.
One mix.
Yeah, that actually, I'm sure Arboreal Squid is very unhappy about that. RB Squidums.
Nicely cut though by Jazcash. IDC now advancing with Bull completely on the west side. He's getting down that. Yep. Can he manage to get the BP as well? With that one lonely Bull? Yeah, looks like he's going for it. No. Gets denied by the Fiends. Does get that second tower down. Let's look over.
Jazcash in a bit of a tough position without units to defend against these rocket bots.
Yep.
With imperfect vision, though, I don't think that they're really firing at anything. The rocket bots have to walk into range in order to spot it.
Might be.
But that does mean they're able to spot the.
Might be a good idea to maybe send a few units in there. But he's also being backed up by Sheldons now. Tier 2 coming in on a Jazcash and IDC.
Yeah, there's a. The front line of red looking pretty solid. An attempted run by from Jazcash on the west side, but that's going to be diverted. Although it looks like actually some pretty serious damage to the metal economy of Squid, but it doesn't really matter because, of course, he has those T2 mexes in the back.
Jazcash now pushing in spam to counter the Sheldons. Not proving to be very effective because Fiends are approaching the front to defend it. And yep,
the red
Mr. Direk is smelling some possible advancement and is going in.
It looks like red is getting prepared to go for a serious airplay with 2 air labs up and operating right now.
Red, you said, or what player?
Red team.
Red team.
Pink and orange are now. It is it's interesting the spread of Cortex and Armada, and am I crazy or blue team is all Cortex. They started all Cortex. That's actually pretty interesting. Oh no, I guess they have one Armada player who actually blue team is going for Armada Air, which is interesting.
Nice to see the macro here from Mr. Direk. He's doing quite a bit of damage here on the pork from IDC. But he has some Mausers aiming at him right now, so he might... Ow! Ooh, bye-bye Shellys. Yep, bye-bye Shellys.
No, I think that Neza might not get the value that he's wanting out of these bombers. Oh, I mean, I guess actually going for the pounders is pretty nice, but...
And immediately going for a backline base and getting that tier 2. Yep, there goes it. No, it actually survives. 4%. Jesus Christ. Whew, that was close.
I think the red player actually doesn't even realize that the lab is still up and telling them to reclaim now. Wow. Oh, but coming back. Oh no, this is the orange player now.
Yep.
Now
this
the
is
orange
friendly.
is gonna, yeah. Red with 2 air players is gonna be able to get some counter damage. Although they have two partial air players, I would say, whereas the blue team has one dedicated air player. So another interesting difference in the strategies that they're going for.
Pretty weird. IDC moving in his mouses, but yeah, they get chomped down, of course, immediately.
There's an unfortunate little stall with these rovers, which unfortunately they could have gotten a couple mexes, but instead they die.
Arberial Squid is doing quite nicely there on the west side, further damaging the pork from IDC. Is giving him quite of a headache over there.
Yeah, I gotta say, Squid has been doing really well this game. He's been holding against consistently two players, which, I mean, granted, it is they're about equivalent in economies, so the APM is a little more split up for, or yeah, they have a little more APM, but they might be suffering from divided attention on the red team in the south west side.
West side, Arboreal is now gonna kill IDC even.
Interestingly, the west side has been far more active than the east side, which
Ooh,
has been
IDC
pretty
dodging those
quiet.
shots quite nicely. 21% though, he makes it off. He is cloaked, but has some E issues now. That's almost. Squid almost had IDC, that was really close.
Yeah, that would have been very dangerous, but instead IDC coming back with some ticks, but I don't think these ticks are going to be super critical at this point with the fiends out. The shurikens being pulled though, that's going to be painful.
Yeah, he has to retreat now, but he has some AA there, so.
AA is good.
Yeah, the shurikens managed to EMP down 3 of those AAs, but not enough. There's also a tier, well, now this is called the SAM site, hardened anti-air missile battery, right smack in the middle bit of Squid's base there, kind of saving him.
Yeah, those are tough to beat.
Yeah, indeed, especially with just shurikens and 6 or 7 of them,
Yeah.
I think.
But this lightning tank run by through the middle of the map is gonna hurt.
Ooh, yeah.
The fiends might be able to jump on it. You know what? Well, actually,
no, that's the tier 3 lab here being built. That is the gantry almost completed that he can get down, possibly.
Possibly, if he focuses the gantry and
he's driving right by. Ooh. He's going for the Geo.
Yeah. Okay, the Geo, that's actually a very nice play.
Nah, he's healing. He's healing it. He's healing it.
Focus it. Beautifully done. The gantry still came up though, right in time. That is lucky. That is very lucky.
Yeah, but he does have to rebuild quite a bit of eco now. That's a huge hit there on the middle.
Yeah, yeah. They currently basically have 9,000 metal sunk into essentially what is a useless production center.
Mm-hmm. Jazz Cash now very aggressively on the west side in the water. IDC not far behind him. Now he might be planning something in the water. He is faced by a few ships there.
Follow up with ticks. Are these Stormbringers going to be able to clean up the ticks? No.
I don't know. They are too fast, I think. And we even have a resign vote coming in.
Although,
nice game.
GG's. Wow.
GG's.
The first game going to
AFF?
AFF, sorry. AFF.
All for free. Here we can see Neza destroying the most resource production. Yeah, Arboreal also on the board, indeed, destroying most of the enemy units and defenses. Really good on the DPS side. I think I really liked him and how he performed in that game. And then I think Neza seemed to have taken the most damage. If you look at the team stats, it's purple, AD with the highest economy. And maybe if we still have some... Is the lobby still up? Can I still go to this one?
I think
no, I can't.
Just
but we can see here 80 for Jazz Cash, so big APM there. 75 for Neza.